We often talk about greatness as a destination, a final score. But for Michael Jordan, greatness was the journey through the fire. It wasn't born in the spotlight of a championship parade, it was forged in the quiet darkness of failure. Think back, cut from his high school varsity team. That could have been the end of the story. For most of us, that sting of rejection might just be enough to quit. But MJ? He took that, no, and turned it into fuel. He didn't just practice, he obsessed. He didn't just want to be good, he wanted to be the standard. We watched a man defy gravity, yes, but more importantly, we watched a man defy expectations. The flu game, the clutch shots, the 6 championships. Every setback was just a setup for a legendary comeback. He showed a whole generation that you don't have to accept the limitations others place on you. Whether it was a tough defender, an advertising campaign that wanted him to just be a pitchman, or the pressure of the final seconds, Michael Jordan had one message. Don't let anyone define your ceiling. He wasn't just selling shoes, he was selling belief. Belief in the work, in the grind, and in your own potential.
I want to talk about, I'm talking about this Michael Jordan and SGA thing, man. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of fed up for Mike, because this is getting outrageous right now, man. This is getting outrageous. So we gonna laugh about this one, man. You understand me? But this is getting crazy, man. It, they said they said SGA got a better bag than Michael Jordan. Let me say that again. They said SGA got a better bag than Michael Jordan. Do I need to repeat that again? SGA got a better bag than Michael Jordan. Now, I want you to listen to Paul Pierce, right? I don't really know what to say about this, man. I really don't know what to say. Let's see. I don't really know what to say about this, man.
But pulled some quotes from you, and your quote was that you thought Michael Jordan had a very limited bag. I'd like you to expand on that. Well, in today's, you're talking about today's game. In today's game. Okay, so you analyze. Hold on, let me set it up. So you analyze Michael Jordan's game in today's game. Right. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So that needs to be said. That needs to be said. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I was kind of taken out. Put it in the context. We just put it in the text. Put it in the ball now. Okay. Yeah. So in today's game, like what's considered a bag is like, and it's like no real set definition of it because you just look like, you look at guys when you say, all right, who got a bag in the league? You instantly go to like Kyrie.
Okay, hold on. Let me give a break here. Let me stop this because I think I don't think that and he is a professional basketball player, so he don't have to know this because this basketball, these is terminologies that we use in the street, not just the NBA. These terminologies come from the street, so you could critique this. He don't know what he's talking about right now when it comes to a bag. When you're playing basketball, football, well, really basketball in single sports where you can show more than one talent at a time. Like in football, you are a running back, so you have a bag, good, fast. Well, it's different in basketball. Something like soccer, you have a bag in soccer because you can do things, you know what I mean, that with your feet and your arms and your head that a lot of people can't do. You have a lot of tricks. So that's considered one side of a bag. Depends on what you're looking at. Now you're talking about an offensive bag. I don't care what you're talking about with Jordan. Nobody is better than him when it comes to any of that. So just in terminology of using a bag, saying the bag this, an offensive bag, a defensive bag, or a bag. Do you get what I'm saying? See, Jordan got a bag. SGA may have a good offensive bag. See, Jordan got tricks on defense that'll have him lock you down. Jordan got tricks on offense that'll shut you down and just score what he want to score on you whenever he wants to. And he's mentally capable of winning. That's part of a bag too. You have to be mentally capable of winning. Be dominant, not just win. You got to be dominant. So when it comes to having a bag, if you can't guard somebody, if they say all you gotta do is take 2 steps and he pull up, so he ain't got no bag, no, that's just what it requires for y'all. It's times Jordan went down there and got banged up, so he had to go change his game a little bit and get some more stuff out the thing. So he talking about athleticism, he's more athletic. That's stupid. Basketball is based on athleticism, dummy. You understand me? It's based on athleticism. For real. That's a fact. So I don't know what you mean by he just athletic. No, the more athletic you is in basketball is kind of the better you are. Now, if you got a bag to go with that, you don't got to do too much stuff. You somebody he can't dribble. No, he take 2 dribbles and stop and pop. Y'all can't play defense. And in his era, it was defense hand to hand and hand to hand. So you're talking about it ain't no bag and it's hand to hand defense, and he's doing this. Y'all doing it in today's time when it's not hand to hand defense. So yeah, you can sit there and dribble and cross your legs 4 or 5 times and this and that and spin around and shake your man for 5 seconds. If you did that shit back in the days, they'd sub you out because that wasn't the game. The game was down low, get to that rack. So don't start that bag shit because let's get real, man.
James Harden, but these are guys who need multiple moves to get cracking. Like Jordan didn't need multiple moves. He just right by you. One dribble pull up, fade away. You know, for that era, that was great. Like now it's a one-on-one league to where.
So what you telling me? I just want to make some sense of this, y'all, because it's not making sense right now. So what you telling me is that if Jordan was in his era, and all he had to do was back you down, turn around and jump and pop and shoot the jump shot, this and that. See, they talking out their ass right now. They're not really talking the truth because Jordan came in the league dunking on motherfuckers, coming through the middle, dunking on that the whole everybody down there. That's what Jordan. That's why his name was Air Jordan. He changed the whole game. Somebody he didn't have a bag. He brought everything new to the NBA. What are you talking about? He brought everything new to the NBA and gave out little paper brown bags so y'all can start your little gifts in the bags. He paying us shit to every NBA after he came. Talking about a bag. Jordan got a fucking suitcase, a duffel bag. You get what I'm saying? A book bag. He got a couple of different bags. What bag you want? You want the regular season bag? You want the playoff bag? Or you want the championship bag? What bag you want? You talking about no bag? Yo, listen, let me explain something. Y'all talking, y'all gotta stop. Because this is not making sense. You're not listening to yourself. Y'all don't look at your podcast. Y'all just shoot the shit raw and just send it out. Y'all don't look at the podcast and say, man, I was talking crazy. We talking about Michael Jordan here. He don't got no handle. He don't got no. So you saying they ain't got no defense? They wasn't playing no defense. That's what you're saying. So you saying the talent wasn't like it is today? So Barkley, Olajuwon, Kareem, Magic, Bird, Ewing. Do I gotta keep going? Malone. Do I gotta keep going? No, is y'all serious? So it wasn't no talent. So this Jordan was doing this because it wasn't the talent wasn't the way it is today. I bet it ain't the way it is today. I bet. That's why everybody tell y'all these people back in the days that were scorers and play the game will dominate the day because y'all done made it to the where you can it's street ball right now. Y'all playing one-on-one, you know what I mean, one-on-one ball, this and that, you driving, shooting three. This is street ball. Man, you retarded. Man, I know other people besides, I know people like Kerry Kittles will be killing y'all today. Is you serious? Man, Abdul Rahim, I know some people that will be body. This dude right here on the damn picture will be killing y'all right now. The truth, he will be killing. I don't know why he talking crazy. He thought they ain't got their hands on you. Is you fucking for real? Man, listen to the poor fish talk. Truth, man, you got to stop, Truth, because you wilding out right now.
It's like you really gotta like to get by your man on the switches and everything, or if you're not 6'10" shooter, like Wendy got a bag. It's crazy some of the moves he do. You know what I'm
saying? You gotta laugh at that. Now, I am not saying Wemby don't have a bag. But today's era, yeah. He got a lot of moves. You know why? Because ain't nobody touching him. Do y'all understand that, man? Do y'all really understand what I'm saying? Like, if nobody got their body on you, touching you, this and that, you can do all that stuff. You can do all of it. Wouldn't be like 7 and some change. And he got a bag. That's obvious as a duck. You do it. That clearly tell you that they ain't playing no defense. Kevin Garnett had a bag when he came in the game. Skinny, killing him. I'm talking about straight killer. My man Garnett. True story. Skinny, but he had a bag for these dudes. He's one of those first power forwards that got to spin with the jump shot. I mean, they was in the league, but Kevin came with that. He came with that attitude, with that man. Man got in the gym. Man, listen, homie. Nah, it's not happening right here, dog. This is not happening. I'm gonna get mine. You tripping? Kevin Garnett will get 50 today. The way they play, Kevin Garnett is the type of dude that would probably score about 40. He probably averaged 40 today. True story. Kevin Garnett, Rasheed Wallace, these niggas are averaging like 40 today. The way the game is played today, man. Listen, any scorer with mentality and that toughness that was back then, I only got to go through the names. Any one of them will be. The NBA will be the shit right now. If you switch the eras, it will be what we will really see AI. You got to understand these motherfuckers was dropping 40, 30. They was averaging 30 points. A point guard was averaging 30 in the era where they was flatlining you. Imagine if they couldn't touch you. Imagine if everybody had to face AI. Is you serious? Y'all talking crazy, man. Y'all got to be high or something, man.
And that's what it was meant. Like Jordan had a back for his era. I was taking it into context for this era.
So you were saying that he don't have a bag for this era. Now, which is remotely just, I mean, it's so wrong. It don't make no sense. Like, it's so wrong with what he's saying. Just the words that's coming out of his mouth is just wrong. You saying for this era, Jordan don't have a bag. Let's make sense of this, y'all. Jordan don't have a bag for this era. Okay, now, the era that he was in, he had a bag for that era because they played more defense and they played more physical. And they had different rules. They didn't take as many 3-pointers that they took today. So if you telling me, I just want to be clear, that Jordan, damn, it's not making sense. I can't even explain it. So you telling me Jordan had a bag for that era, but the bag won't work in this era because all he did was have to take the ball and dribble it 2 times and stop and score and shoot. And y'all telling me he couldn't do that in this era? Everybody else, they look, Kyrie and all those people, this is how they create their shot. They got to go do all that stuff first. Boo, 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 crossover, bang, bang, bang. They got to do all that. Somebody that's perfection and he ain't got to do all that amongst everybody, and he's just walking through, boom, stop, popping, come through. You don't hear nobody ripping him. So you know when you got a bag. Do you hear about somebody stealing the ball from Jordan all day long, blocking their shots? You know what I mean? Pressing them to where he going 12 for 30. Do y'all hear these stories? And so if you don't hear these stories, we talking about a man with no bag, a man that got defensive player of the year, offensive player of the year, the highest points, in the same. Look, I hate stat reading. I hate that because everybody knows what's going on. So you telling me a player in this category don't have a bag? So he didn't need a bag to do what he did. He didn't need a bag to get 6 chips in a row, 3 and 3. You know, it's actually harder to get 3 and stop and get 3 more than it is to get 6 in a row. I believe. Me personally, especially when you stopped and left the game and then came back. But he ain't got a bag. No, he ain't got a bag. No, Jordan, he ain't got no bag. All we gotta do is stop his jump shot. We talking about 82 games. How many teams in the NBA? 30, something like that. Anyway, all the teams in the NBA as all these players. He played all these people multiple times in 1 year with the same move. And y'all say he ain't got a bag. Just say that shit about 5 times in the mirror and see how it sound, please. So you telling me that this man can go get 6 chips in the NBA with no bag whatsoever. And y'all compare him to people with 1 chip and somebody with no chip. We talking about, I don't know if y'all remember this. We talking about everybody wants to be Mike. I haven't heard that since Michael Jordan. I haven't seen little white kids, black kids, Chinese kids, Indian kids. I didn't see all these people saying, I want to be Mike. I want to be like Mike. I don't know if y'all forgot this stuff. I don't see people like, I want to be like SGA. I want to be like LeBron. I don't care how great they is. If they're not influential, you're not understanding what's really going on here. This man changed the way you think about life. If you didn't like basketball no more, you love basketball because you wanted to be Jordan. If he was anywhere in the street, if he was anywhere outside, I don't know what y'all was looking at. Honestly, I really don't know what y'all was looking at, but the truth is right here. That's all I can tell you. The truth is really right here. This is no lie. I'm not lying to y'all. There's nothing that you can tell me about this. When I look at him, I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't even think he's AI. I don't even think AI can make this guy. He got to be like God. True story though. He's not made up. He's not artificial. This is the truth right here. He have to be like a black Jesus. He have to be God somewhere up there because he's not from here. Maybe y'all didn't see him play basketball, like really see him play basketball. We talking about with no internet, and everybody knew Michael Jordan around the world with no internet. No internet. This man literally changed like sports through basketball. Sports. People in other sports, I'm talking about the great of every other sport, wanted to stand on the side of this man. We talking about in any industry, Michael Jackson. We talking about the biggest of the biggest. But when this man came, Jordan, it was different. Everybody that ever actually, I've never seen this man in real life. Never in my life. I never in my life seen this man in real life. I swear to God, never in my life. But I'm gonna tell you, it seems like I see him every day. True story though. We seen Michael. We grew up with this dude. We used to run in a house to watch the games because there wasn't no internet. We had to be there. We had to go in the house, see the game, Chicago playing New York. Yo, every game was good because it was defense, and these people can really play. So you're downplaying these people like they can't play basketball. These are some real good players, man. I'm telling you, man. Paul Pierce himself, Kevin Garnett, himself. These are really good basketball players, man. Like I'm talking about both sides of the court. And a lot of people look at the game today because they look at it on a one side thing. They look at it, oh, he can do this, he got a bag, You ain't got no bag if you ain't got no D. That's what a real bag is. A real bag is inside your bag is offense and defense. You can't go on your bag and pull out offense and say you the greatest. That's what they do with Joker. So Joker got a bag too. If y'all leave it in the terms that y'all saying it. We know Kyrie got a bag. Kyrie got a bag dribbling, scoring, doing things like that. But he don't got that kind of bag that he gonna take you to the chip and win. Hey, I got that kind of bag if he has somebody else to help him. But I love Kyrie. I don't think Kyrie could take you to a chip and win for Kyrie. I just don't think so. I think Kyrie could have somebody like him and Braun. Yeah, they could take about 2-3 chips if they respect each other. About gelling together, you know what I mean? But certain people ain't got that kind of bag that could take you to the chip. In today's basketball, SGA can have a bag and take you to the chip because they don't play defense. They don't play defense. Some people lost the chip just because they had defense. And they had another thing about defense. What they say? Oh, defense changed the game. That's just not true. At the end of the game, a defensive play can change the outcome of the game, but not during the game. You can't do nothing defensively in the first quarter thinking that's changed the outcome of the game. Yeah, I don't give it to be the best defensive play in the world. It won't change the outcome of the game. It's too early in the game. If it was like 10 seconds left and you did that same play then and turned the ball over and got the ball or whatever, now that will change the outcome of the game. So that's what I believe. And this guy here, this guy is really good. And I ain't even talking about accomplishments and he needed this. He don't need nothing to compare to this guy because I truly, and I could be talking on my ass, but I truly believe that he will not do what this guy did in the NBA. Because people got to remember, partial of Jordan's stats didn't come when he was like great. Jordan was kicking ass while he was losing, getting beat up, grabbing scoring titles, defensive players of the year. He's doing this while he was building up to be great. When he got great, he just continued doing what he was doing because he already got all the accolades. He just needed those rings. He had scoring titles, defensive player, he had all that going into the chips. Only thing he didn't have is the MVP final, the MVP final, which he got all of them, I think 5, if I'm correct. Do you understand what I mean? So he got all those finalists and all the defensive players, and he got all those accolades. He got all that stuff. It's just that, sometimes he went to go get the big one. The people that was bullying him, Detroit, Boston, people that was handling him crazy when he got it together. He didn't run it. He didn't leave. He didn't change his team. And he didn't draft no superstars. They saying he had Scottie and Rodman. They wasn't a superstar when they got there. Sorry. Can't say that. They wasn't Hall of Famers when they got there. You understand what? It's the difference when somebody come to you as a Hall of Famer and someone get developed as a Hall of Famer. There's a big difference. That's why Scottie stands on his own when they talk about the Hall of Fame. They can talk that he got the rings because of Jordan, this and that, but he didn't get in the Hall of Fame because of Jordan. How about that one? You understand what I mean? He got in the Hall of Fame from what he did. And he was on a team with Jordan. And so the rings and all that is the only thing that you can say Jordan gave Scottie, if you want to say that, even though Scottie played, but you know what I mean? But you can't say Jordan gave Scottie 3 steals, 2 blocks, 22 points. You can't say Jordan gave him that. That's what you call individual stats. That's what you put out there to get these accolades to help this team win. When you went and played your defense in a lockdown, or the good players, that's what you call a bag. These are bags. This is what you call a bag. It ain't about you dribbling the ball and crossing your legs and pumping, faking, and this and that, and you can throw it behind your back and this and that. That your young dudes always drag these statistics out and stretch them all the way out, like and make them way more than what they are. Offensive bag, you either you dribble, you got a shot, what? That's on offense. I mean, talk to me. You dribble, you got a good dribble, you got a good shot. You can jump, maybe hang in the air. You got moves in the air. You can stop and pop on a dime. You got a good dribble. You don't get stripped. But you only got to do all your dribbling because some people got to dribble a lot. You just dribble 1 or 2 times, stop, boom. So you got a shot. No matter where you at on the court, you got spots all around here. So nobody can stop you. You got this spot, that spot, that spot. There's no spot. You play with your face to them. You play with your back to them. You get what I'm saying? You strong. You heavy. You come down and you score. You lay the ball up. You dunk. You shoot threes. I mean, that sounds like somebody with a bag, like a real lot going on. But it sounds like Michael Jordan to me, though. It really sounds like I'm talking about Jordan, but I was just basically talking about, offensive bag. Just general offensive bag. So you got the mentality, and you come down, and then the thing about it, to make your bag so important and so crazy than anybody else's bag, because other people is scared of what's in your bag. They so scared, they don't even want to press you. They would rather you just do what you're doing. Your 2 dribbles and jump shoot, come in and score. They respect it when you're not mad, but you ain't got a bag. We talking about Hall of Fame players don't want to get you mad on the court because of what? They don't want you to go in that bag. They would rather you just kick my ass with these little jump shots and stick your tongue out and this and that aggravate. They'd rather you. They don't want to get you mad. You know why? Because they don't want you to go in that bag. This bag that you're not supposed to have, but the entire NBA the entire Hall of Fame players is scared of this bag that's so limited. Talk to NBA players and ask them what they said about Michael Jordan the day before they played him. And he ain't got no bag. They talk about nobody in the NBA like that. Nobody. Not one person in the NBA ever was feared the way this man was feared on the basketball court. He feared them so bad that he played cards with them, took them golf, did everything, and came on the court and kicked and never let him win. When it was up to him, never let him win. Competitor. There's no way, there's no other bag out here better than Michael Jordan bag. And I can put Michael Jordan bag into other sports. There's no other bag. This man got a bag that the bag is infinite in it. There's no telling what can come out of there. I don't know what else this man could do because this man come down low, dribbling the ball. They hitting him and hitting him. He's in the middle of the air. They trying to hit him and knock him out the air. The man is turning around and spinning and doing all kind of things. And then at the end of all this little, fiasco he doing to get to the basket, he either dunking it or spinning it off the backboard or throwing it behind his back and twisting it off the backboard or, going from one side of the backboard to the other side and letting go with the left hand and all kind of things. The man coming here playing with injuries, with the flu, but he ain't got no bag. He ain't got no bag. He don't got that kind of bag like this dude here. That's what he do. That's what Shea do. Shea sit there and go to the chip and win. He got a bag. He got a bag where, should we get the chip and we need it? Or he got to bring something else out of the bag. And he brought some shit that we didn't see. I don't know how much you're going to see on offense besides scoring, but I don't know what you're talking about. A bag. You're talking about dribbling around and throwing it behind your back and passing the ball. That ain't the Jordan thing. Is the win. His thing is the win. He gonna come in his bag, come out here and play. If you get me upset, I'm gonna start doing some other shit. But nobody. You could talk to players. Listen to the interviews. Nobody want to get him upset. That's like your mother. You don't want to get your mom upset because you won't get enough for Christmas or your birthday. They don't want to get Jordan upset. Think about it, y'all. This is a man with no bag, though. This is a man that they said got no bag. But they don't want to get him upset. Why? I have no clue. That's the OKC. You know what I mean? I like that team. I always like OKC. You know what I mean? Always like Chicago too. Chicago's not my team, y'all. Philadelphia is my team. It's always my team since I've been a kid. AI, way before AI, Mo Cheeks days and all of that. So I'm a Philly fan for like life. I'm from Harlem, New York, but I'm a Philly fan for life. Eagles and Sixers all day long. But I like Chicago because Scottie was one of my favorite players in the NBA with Scottie Pippen. And then Allen Iverson came. And Scottie had to take, one seat back because AI and me was like, it was like, I don't know, man. He just remind me of me so much, man. It don't make no sense. He's just a rebel, but he's a rebel for a good cause. So, hands down to my man. Guy. See, people like AI and I'm like, this is different when the league is different now, man. This is really different. It's honestly, truly different. And it's really too hard to compare to go back and forth. So I give Shea his props and let Shea do what he do because he's good for the day basketball. I like Shea. I like his game. You know what I mean? I like his team. You know what I mean? I like the way they gel together and the way they play. I mean, and they was a little physical in the last chip. I like that. They was a little physical. They got a little physical, more physical than I seen in the NBA in today's time. You know what I mean? Because the NBA has really changed, man. So it's kind of really hard to even have these kind of debates because they're not fair. You know what I mean? Because the way I see it and the way anybody that's older going to see it, that been seeing the NBA since they was a kid, I believe all the players from there will dominate right now. A lot of them won't do as much as all the other ones, but you got to remember, these people was dominating back there, but they had people like Jordan in there and Barkley. So you got a lot of players that was nice because, in today's NBA, scoring 20 points ain't shit. So you could be in an all-star game scoring 20 points, but back in the days, you couldn't be in an all-star game. You had to, it was people really scoring, man. You had like 10, 20 people scoring, 20, 30 people scoring maybe 20 points a game. And 17 a game was good because of the game play. So you got a small forward or forward, and if he wasn't the franchise player giving you 17 a night with 8 rebounds, close to 9. Sometime, you could double doubles and all that. What? That was lit. How physical it was. In order for you to get that, that's why people like Kenyon Martin and Charles Barkley, they wasn't fit for their position, but they was so athletic and so good with the skills, and they mindset was so strong with a strong fortitude. It made up for all that. So it made up for the extra weight that they didn't have, and they fast, and they had abilities that or go against the big people because Barkley was short, stocky, fast. Martin was slim, fast like a Garnett. You know what I mean? Coming off the four, he could play three. He can guard all at once. You know what I mean? So it was a real different game play. You had to really be at the games. You cannot look at these highlights thinking that it's telling you everything. Like, you gotta understand, it's a difference when the younger guys see a game today and then look at games from before. You look at it in a different eye. You don't look at it in an eye that when it was like a live game, because you don't get the rush of the emotions before the game. You don't know this game here, Chicago and New York, is like every time they play Indiana, Cleveland. Like, these is rebels. Like, I'm talking about Boston. Yo, it's real. Miami get into it. It was intensity. Like, because everybody had good people on their team. It wasn't about building super teams. So you didn't have 4 of the stars all on one team. So it made the other games kind of like they ain't got nobody on their team. When Miami go play these people, they gonna blow them out. They ain't got nobody. You know what I mean? They ain't got nobody to compare to none of these people. They ain't got nobody. So it was spread it out where you used to really draft a franchise player and build them up and work it. So now this franchise player is holding the whole team down. And y'all banging. Y'all talking about y'all is a system. Y'all bet you're trying to get some trades. If you can get no trade next year, you got to either do bad to get a low pick or try to trade in to get a pick. This was basketball, man. People used to be in it in the books, in the newspaper and all that. Do you hear about trades? Like, the things going on today, man, they be just trading people and stacking teams up and stuff. I don't know. See, but it makes sense for the younger guys because they got, like, a little, I call it, what you call it? I call it, like, not selective amnesia. They got, like, they jittery. They can't wait. They need it right now. You know what I mean? They don't it's no more about the process. So it's no more about building up a team and a process. They'd rather you just go get some drafts and drafting 2 franchise players, and then they say, I got the best team, and they kicking everybody ass and da da da. Yeah, of course they got 2 franchise players on there plus the one they drafted. But they're supposed to be swiping everybody up when everybody else only got 1 franchise player and role players. Yeah, they supposed to be cleaning the house. But some people is not like that. So it shows you that don't work because other people is really talented. So when you got these people on the teams, they're not letting everybody else exercise their talent. And this is what I mean about a bag, because you got people on the bench that come off the bench that's nice, and they give you right now 20 points. 20 points a game right now is cool, but it's not looked at as it was before because because the game is into 3-pointers and jump shots. So you could have sat here and there's no defense. So you could sat here and see somebody go on a little double for a minute and you dish it back out to you. You just pop 3. So it's not. And the funny thing about it is that in today's basketball in the street, everybody's shooting threes. That's how they get in the NBA, from shoot 3%, 3%, 3%. And sooner or later, everybody in the NBA is going to be shooting threes. You might be fine to shoot a 2-pointer. You might have to shoot a jump shot to even score. They might change the game like that because they make the game too passive for them in today's time. So I don't like to go back and forth about, who could do what, because I already know 100% fact, everybody that I name will dominate in today's time, especially people like that shoot 3-pointers. And put it this way, people like Craig Hodges, Steve Kerr, Mark Price, Abdul Raif, Nick Young, Reggie, all of these 3-point shooters will go ballistic today. I'm talking about ballistic. That's a fact. Because when they was in the league, it didn't fully change like this. You know what I mean? People were shooting threes and all that, but the games today is just flying up 3-pointers from everywhere, and they don't care if it's a center, if it's a forward, they don't care. Every time I see a center shoot a 3-pointer on a highlight or whatever right now, I'll be like, yo, this dude is crazy. I would sub his ass out. If you don't get your ass down low and me drop this ball down there and you just turn around and dunk the ball instead of all this trying to take the high percentage shots, these low percentage shots. You serious? What do you think we went and drafted a 7-foot person for? Because you want you down low. If we needed somebody to shoot, we got a shooting guard or a 3. Then I'm gonna go at a 7-foot, 210-pound light ass to come in here and shoot 3-pointers, man. You jumping off your feet, coming down, landing on somebody's ankle, you be out the game. If you don't get down here, man, and stop playing. So I just think it's highly disrespect when people start talking this no bag to a bag when it comes to, you know, Jordan and stuff like that, man. Like it's total disrespect, and people need to really stop that. You know, let's look at this little video.
I say no bag. I just don't think
Kobe
he
and Jordan aren't bad guys.
1-2 dribble pull-ups. No bag.
Kobe had unbelievable footwork too, like different.
Like what's up? All right. What do we define as a bag? First of all, just handles to the shot.
I think to me,
Like wop, then get
Not
it
just
off.
handles, but you
to
have
me,
a plethora of moves in your bag.
Yeah, the defense does this.
They don't
I
know-
cannot go to
you're
this.
not
I can
predictable.
do- Yes, you have multiple
counters.
answers to the test.
You have counters.
To me, that's a bag.
I think they had the capability, but they didn't have to counter because Mike was
1-2 dribble
You knew
pull-ups,
you were not
dog.
stopping him to get to a spot, and he's
Or
athletic enough
dunk
to
on
jump
you.
and
So
shoot
y'all,
over you.
y'all agree
give you a
with the
shoulder
people
bump.
that say Mike had a limited bag?
Mike had
I
limited
can't be-
bag.
I don't agree.
Took a break off, man. We back though. We back. Yeah, man. But that's what, you know what I mean. When it come down to SGA and Jordan, man, that's you know, this guy, this is a different beast, man. You know. So I'm never say that no more, man. Something for us to watch. Look, see this SGA over here.
Comparing
and this Jordan.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander,
them back to back.
SGA, and Michael Jordan in terms of their bag, or the variety and depth of their skills and moves on the basketball court, is an intriguing exercise. SGA is known for his crafty ball handling, smooth footwork, and ability to score in a multitude of ways,
What a bag.
demonstrating
Look
a
at this.
modern guard's flair and versatility. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, had an exceptional skill set characterized by his athleticism, competitive drive, and scoring ability, which included a vast array of moves perfected over his career. While SGA continues to develop and impress with his unique style, Michael Jordan's influence and legacy in basketball set a benchmark that is difficult to surpass. Ultimately, the comparison is not just about who has more skills, but also about the impact and effectiveness of those skills in different eras of basketball.
Yo, peace it out. Oster 40. Like, comment, subscribe.
We often talk about greatness as a destination, a final score. But for Michael Jordan, greatness was the journey through the fire. It wasn't born in the spotlight of a championship parade, it was forged in the quiet darkness of failure. Think back, cut from his high school varsity team. That could have been the end of the story. For most of us, that sting of rejection might just be enough to quit. But MJ? He took that, no, and turned it into fuel. He didn't just practice, he obsessed. He didn't just want to be good, he wanted to be the standard. We watched a man defy gravity, yes, but more importantly, we watched a man defy expectations. The flu game, the clutch shots, the 6 championships. Every setback was just a setup for a legendary comeback. He showed a whole generation that you don't have to accept the limitations others place on you. Whether it was a tough defender, an advertising campaign that wanted him to just be a pitchman, or the pressure of the final seconds, Michael Jordan had one message. Don't let anyone define your ceiling. He wasn't just selling shoes, he was selling belief. Belief in the work, in the grind, and in your own potential.